episode of Xan Talk Show. Bubblegum Girl, Xan Talk Show. So today we are going to code Emac Lisp and Emac Lisp and maybe something random. So you ask questions, I answer. If you are here, say hi. If you are not here, you can skip around, play at speed 1.5 or something because I talk a lot, non-stop, randomish. So Bubblegum Girl, that's generated by Grok. So yesterday or the day before, the last episode we talked about the artificial intelligence and the image generation. Amazing. And today, when you have a pretty girl, girls is the center of humanity throughout history. For example, if you look at artwork, more than 50% is girls and all naked girls from 100 years ago or from 10,000 or 1,000 years ago. Girls. If you look at movie posters, if you look at ads, it's all girls. Okay, I mean, majority are girls, not just women. Girls. Okay, young girls, young, beautiful, pretty girls, center of humanity. Why is that? Because it is girls in the human species. They make babies. Okay, that's the most important. That is why. Okay, so in other words, due to biology, every ad you see or on social media, for example, today the Zoomers generation, social media, YouTube, Instagram, it's all girls. They predominate. Even on TikTok, it's all girls. So center of humanity, and also, for example, if you have looked into artificial image generation, majority of them are girls, pretty girls, hot girls. That is just a fact of nature. Okay. Okay, so today, you are watching Xan Talk Show, which I talk about nerd stuff, usually programming, technology, artificial intelligence, information knowledge, sometimes physics, although I don't know much about physics, and I talk a lot about keyboards and stuff. Okay, fantastic. Now, thank you, Chris. Let me answer your question in a minute. So here's my keyboards. Glove 80, fantastic. Search for Xa keyboard blog. You will find my reviews and lots of photos and also video reviews of all my devices. Glove 80, ultimate hacking keyboard. Ultimate and hacking. Hack is a favorite word from the C++ and Unix crowd. Hacking. And also from the Richard Stallman generation, the classic. So Nulia trackball, there's a video review I did. The Logitech most common hyper spin, and the spin wheel is fantastic. And I will start to play with this. Yeah, it's been delayed for too long. This is called Svalbard, Svalbard, fantastic device. Okay, the most advanced ergonomic input device. Press up, down, left, right, and you got the mouse button. So I'll be using it. I think I'm gonna start to do a video, start to play with it, because if I don't, I never get on. So I'm just gonna start the live stream and try to explore and start to learn it. Okay, that's my keyboards. Now let's shall we begin with Emac Lisp coding, or shall we start random? Chatterbait. The YouTube super chat, they need to have the chatterbait sound. Like every time someone pays you, what was the sound? Amazing. Thank you, Crystal. Grok most efficient keyboard. Yeah, I saw your question, but I don't think that's interesting. What's the most efficient or ergonomic? Let's see. What is the most beautiful to be cherished math curve? Okay, so let's ask Grok, what is the most ergonomic keyboard? Ergonomic. Let me tell you why I don't think this is interesting. Because do you want image or do you want text? They are like two different things. So if you just want text, the answer to what is the most ergonomic keyboard, it's probably giving you some lame answer, like the mass average ergonomic, like Microsoft ergonomic keyboard. It's not deep. So maybe you'll say that, okay? Now, if you ask for image, that's a different story. Then it's probably gonna generate an image, something looks like Microsoft ergonomic keyboard. But let's ask it. What's the most ergonomic keyboard? Ask. Okay, it needs magnify the screen. So let me do magnify the screen. Okay, quite a mouthful, verbose. So answer, determining the most ergonomic keyboard can be subjective, as it often depends on individual needs, preferences, and specific tasks one performs. Exactly, that's actually very good. However, several keyboards are widely recognized for their ergonomic design aimed at reducing strain and improving typing comfort. Here are some of the most commonly recommended ergonomic keyboards as of my last update. Okay, Microsoft ergonomic keyboard. Oh, fantastic! This is very excellent answer. I was surprised. Okay, because Grok, I usually it focus on news. So anyway, this is a very good answer. Microsoft ergonomic keyboard, the most common. Okay, Kinesis Freestyle Edge RGB. That's also very popular. That's a very good keyboard. Okay, Ergodox Easy. That's also a fantastic keyboard. Now this Gold Touch. Let's get rid of that pop. This Gold Touch adjustable. Can you see my screen? Yes. Okay. The Gold Touch adjustable ergonomic keyboard. That's not so good, but that was the good one like 10 years ago. 15, before, let's say, before 2010. Gold Touch adjustable ergonomic keyboard. Then Logitech Ergo K860. I'm not sure which one that is. A Wave. Oh, this is the worst shit. Logitech Ergo K860. Let me show you pictures in a moment. Okay, that's the worst shit. Happy hacking keyboard. This is this is also very popular, but personally, I think it's shit. It's the worst expensive shit possible. Okay, so but it's a good answer because Happy Hacking keyboard has been one of the most popular among the elite keyboardists. Let's say from 1990s to up to 2015. Okay, because after 2015, you have Ergodox, then you have the entire do-it-yourself with 3D printing technology on the horizon. It became popular, so you have lots of keyboards. But Happy Hacking is a classic elite keyboard for like 20 or 30 years. Happy Hacking keyboard. Okay, and then Matthias Ergo Pro, that's also a good one, but relatively good one. Okay, so it says when choosing a very good answer. Oh, this Grok, I'm surprised. Okay, great suggestion. Then it says when choosing an ergonomic keyboard, consider the following. Let's see, from an expert eyes. Adjustability. Okay, how much can you customize the keyboard to fit your body? Okay, yeah. Typing style. Some keyboards might be better suited for touch typists, while others might be more forgiving for those who look at the keys. That's true. Size and portability. Oh, very good answer. Very good criteria. One of the criteria for how to choose ergonomic keyboard. Key feel. Amazing. This is in my opinion the most important. Okay. And then software support, yeah, that's also important. So overall, Grok, I would rate Grok's answer to this question 99. Yeah, actually, I'll give it 100. 100 out of 100. Perfect 10. In Western speaking, you say 10, you don't say 100. Perfect 10, okay? In Asian speaking, It's 100. 100 is the top. Like the emoji, okay? Now, anyway, so great. Yeah, okay, let's digress into keyboards. So just search for Xali keyboards and you will see you have trackball reviews. I updated a lot recently on trackballs. All the trackballs you want to know. Everything you need to know about trackballs. And I'm using Nulia. Okay, so anyway, so yeah, we want to look at keyboards. Okay, go back to XR keyboard guide and keyboard blog. Oh, we want to look at ergonomic keyboard. There it is. Okay, so you got, oh yeah, some of the, for example, let me show you some of them. Microsoft ergonomic keyboard. So he's talking about this one. Okay, actually the classic is this. I mean, this kind of the classic. Okay, that was good before 2010, but not today. And I would not recommend it. Any of these variations. So you have this variation, and then you have this one is pretty good, but the key feel is too stiff. Okay, one of the most important thing in ergonomic, in your hand health, in preventing hand pain is you want the linear and light switches. So this one is too stiff for me. So because I got RSI hand pain right now, right here, because in the past 2 weeks I've been typing a lot. So my pain come back, it's permanent damage. There's, it's already permanent. So whenever I type a lot, it'll come up. Like right now, there's a little burning sensation there. So Kinesis Freestyle, which is another popular one, let me show you. Kinesis Freestyle, which is this one, okay, very popular. I recommend it. Ergodox Easy. Ergodox Easy is one of the earliest from the do-it-yourself community. So it is this one basically in 2012 that basically in 2012 that started to popularize the do-it-yourself ergonomic keyboards community. So Ergodox. But it's the main problem with this one is that the thumb keys is too much far away. Okay, so there are several people who got thumb problems. Then they went back to the normal PC keyboard, rectangular. So you wanna watch out when you use. You don't want to move your thumb like that, even on a Glove 80. So you want to move your whole hand. That applies to the mouse, to how you use the mouse or the trackball or thumb ball. You don't want to move just like the thumb. That then you'll develop the phone thumb pain. Okay, so that's a good one too. I mean, relatively. Go Touch. So let me show you what's this Go Touch. Do I have it here? Yes, I think. Go Touch. There it is. Okay, so before 2010. This is pretty good. Okay. Wait, this one came out in 2016, but not today. It's Rubber Dome. Okay, it's the key switch is Rubber Dome. Okay, so and happy hacking. Okay, let's talk about happy hacking. Okay, so wait, let's talk about. So it mentioned Ergo K860. Now, I don't even have that listed here because I consider that's not even ergonomic. So let's search for Logitech Wave. There it is, Logitech Wave keyboard. This is the worst shit possible. Logitech, they try to innovate. They think this is a good thing. So you see there's a kind of a dent on the keyboard. It's shit, okay? And also it's a Rubber Dome switch. It's shit. Then Happy Hacking. Okay, Happy Hacking is the most well-known. Let's go to normal keyboard section. Then you got Happy Hacking. Hacking. Where is it? there it is. Okay, this is the latest version. Happy hacking. It's no good. Okay, for many keyboard fanatics, they consider happy hacking the best. By the late millennium and Zoomer jargon, it's called Endgame. They're idiotic jargons. Their brain has the Zoomers and late millennium, starting with late millennium generation, millennials. Their brain is rotting, since they were born, by the clickbait, by the scammers, by the grifters on the social media since they were born. So they are incapable. They don't know how to say something like, instead of end game. Typically that's the situation. So what's the replacement for end game? The ultimate. You can say ultimate, proper English. But anyway, but you see another factor with these social networks that's washing your brain every day is that if you just say ultimate, that's, nobody's gonna click. You have to say end game. Idiots, like this bubble girl Chinese. If I put this a pretty girl on my YouTube thumbnail, I got 10 times more watchers. That's why you go to YouTube, everything is crap, with their face. I discovered this new theory, changed the century. These fucking Zoomers. Hello. So what is the next question? What is the most beautiful to be cherished math curve? What is most beautiful to be cherished math curve? Okay, so that's about math plane curves. Okay, let me answer that question. Curve. So basically, what is your favorite plane curve? Okay, so special plane curves. So I have a website starting like 30 years ago, one of my most popular, that's beginning my career doing mathematics. So if you ask mathematicians, special plane curves is a thing among mathematicians in the, let's say, 1500s to 1800. It's like a classic subject. Okay. So many mathematicians have their favorite, curve. For example, the most famous one preferred by mathematician is this one, equal angular triangle. Okay, this is also known as logarithmic triangle. So why is it? What is the property? Basically, starting from the center, or called pole, the pole, P-O-L-E, which is synonymous for center when you are talking about a spiral. So starting from the center of the curve, you draw a line to any line, okay? Then any intersection to the curve, to the spiral, will be the same degrees, okay? So for example, this one, 80 degrees. Can you see it? You see? So you draw another one, also 80 degrees. So it's constant angle. Doesn't matter where is your line. So that's why this is called equal angular spiral. This one is also called logarithmic spiral, because the formula for this spiral is basically exponential or log. Okay, the natural exponential or natural log. They are the inverse of each other. So logarithmic spirals, and sometimes the dramatic, idiotic people, they will call this the golden ratio spiral, or Fibonacci, with their Fibonacci. Everything is Fibonacci. The whole world is, everything is Fibonacci. My face is Fibonacci. That's an idiot. Okay, that's, but they like to call this Fibonacci spiral. Okay, but it's not. Anyway. So why is this curve famous relating to this question? What's the most cherished? Because one of the greatest mathematician, he says, when I die, I want this curve etched on my tombstone. Okay, that math is a very famous story. Okay, that guy is that guy is Bernoulli something. Okay, so Bernoulli. Okay, let me just read it. The equal angular spiral was first considered in 1638 by Descartes. Descartes, however you pronounce that. Descartes is the founder of analytic geometry. So before Descartes, in 1600s, the Western people, the way they do geometry is via logic, via logic, basically. It's very interesting because, if you think about, like today, you think of logic is more about equations and algebra, geometry is shapes. How is it logic, But interestingly, in the history of mathematics, in the Western mathematics at least, geometry is actually for the first 15,000 years is tied to logic. It's like almost synonymous. Anyway, that's another story. So let's go back reading here. The equal angular spiral was first considered in 1638 by Descartes, who started from the property S equals to AR. Evangelista Torrencelli, who died in 1647, worked on it independently and used for a definition the fact that the radii are in geometric progression. Okay, that's another property. That is, if you draw the line again, you cut the curve, but now instead of drawing any line, you draw the line at constant increment of angles. Okay, constant increment of angles. The constant may be big or small. Okay, then the line will cut the curve, right? Now you measure the distance from the center to the intersection. Okay, so you measure there, then you cut it, then it cuts here, you measure this distance, you cut, then measure that distance, again. So that sequence of numbers is geometric progression. Okay, that's another property which is shown here. Okay, so so this curve is not just equal angular, angle is the same, but the distance, radial distance, makes a geometric sequence. That's another property. Okay, but anyway, so there it is. Jacob Bernoulli, some 50 years later, found all the reproductive properties of the curve, and these almost mystic properties of the wonderful spiral made him wish to have the curve incised on his tomb. In Latin, okay, Adam mutata resurgo. Okay, I don't know Latin. Okay, so it means though changed, I rise unchanged. So that's a property. So let's go to Wikipedia because they have more information. You just search for this Latin phrase, you'll come up. Bernoulli. Okay, there it is. So there it is. That's the Jacob Bernoulli mathematicians, his tombstone. So there it is. You can see the equal angular spiral here, but actually there's a mistake. You see this spiral etched on his tombstone is not equal angular spiral. That is an Archimedean spiral. Okay, they have different properties. But the tombstone man, they usually don't know that much mathematics. So, oh, you want a spiral, so they just draw a spiral, but this is a wrong spiral. Okay, that's an interesting thing. So let's copy that. So let's put to Texas Talk Show. So we have a record of what we talked about. Okay, so then we're gonna do Emacs. Okay, put that there, and go back here, go to equal angular spiral, go back here, put that here, make a link, make a list showing browser. There it is, what we talked about. and we also talk about other things. But anyway, let's go back. Okay, let's not interrupt. So this, so I want to go to, you see, Jacob Bernoulli, a famous Swiss mathematician family. Okay, but anyway, so that's the story. So on the question of what's the most cherished math curve, this is a famous story. Okay, me personally, now wait, hold on. So are there other mathematicians who are particular, who are like, has their favorite curve? Actually, a lot of these has famous relations to mathematicians. Okay, but the most famous is that Jacob Bernoulli equiangular spiral. Okay, so for example, yeah, many of these has lots of properties. For example, what is the Archimedean spiral? You see, when you look at Archimedean spiral, I forgot offhand what is the property. Polar equation R equals to theta n. Okay, so basically that means their distance increases as a power of the turn. Okay, so yeah, the distance increases as a power of the turn. So depending on what is the power number, the n, you have different spirals. It's a family of spirals. Okay, so for example, all these are Archimedean spiral. Okay, now including this one, okay, they have different names when they have special case. So all these are Archimedean spiral, but the most famous one, which we call Archimedes spiral, is when the n equals to 1. So as the the radius sweeps out, the curve increases as the angle. Okay, that's it. No power. So that one looks like this. Okay, the first one. That's the Archimedes spiral. And all these others are Archimedean spiral. Okay. Okay, I need my drink. Where's my drink? Okay, we kind of talked about random-ish things, mathematics, and who else is here watching? Say hi, okay? Orange juice. 11 people, not too bad. Ching donate, okay? Thank you, Crystal. Let me, so we talked for 30 minutes now, and we're gonna get on to Emac Lisp. So let me talk about maybe a few minutes more. So what is my favorite? There are so many, I can talk about this for 1 hour, because each of these has so many very interesting properties. This one, for example, is what you see in a cup. Where's my pictures? I have a picture somewhere, a photo, catacaustic. Okay, let's go here. There it is. Okay, you see that's a cup, coffee cup, with a light reflected on it. You'll see this often. In fact, if you take a cup right now, you'll probably see that pattern. Okay, I can't see it here because I don't have bright light. So this shape is called cardioid. So many properties. So, and also let me show you just another one. Parabola, the most fun, basic, elementary. You study this in pre-calculus geometry. Okay, so you learn about the coordinate, for example. You study this in high school. And one of the interesting properties is the headlamp. You see, this is my car, Honda Civic in year 2000, so 25 years ago. Okay, so that's parabola. So many of these have so many properties. For example, let me show you another picture, interesting one. This one, this is generated by Poray. Okay, Poray is the classic ray tracing application. It generates kind of realistic images via mathematical formulas. Okay, by tracing the ray. Okay, that's kind of that's one of the thing the idiotic programmers love to talk about, obsessed about, like the C and C++ programmers. They when you, they think ray trace is the god task, for programming. They're idiots. They don't know nothing about all this mathematics. They don't know nothing about differential geometry. They don't know nothing, not a thing about algebraic geometry. They don't know not a thing, zero, about computational geometry. All these are huge branches of geometry. They don't know not a thing, but ray tracing. Oh, can you do ray tracing with JavaScript? Can my ray tracing program is faster than yours. Fucking C++, and Unix idiots, and the Rust idiots. Because when you talk about actual geometry, they don't know not a thing. They that's interesting, but by tomorrow they forgot all about it. Okay, but then their mind is like going back to the ray tracing, like the Carmack. The Carmack idiot, the most idiotic programmer. Well, actually, he's very bright, but I'm talking about the mindset of these type of programmers who grew up with C++, and Rust. These type of people. Carmack is the most extreme case representative. Okay, Carmack, he did the first person shooter game. Made him rich. What is the game? So anyway, ray tracing. That's this type of people. Hack. Okay, so we will back. Let's go back to talking about the favorite. So what is my favorite? I believe I had so I forgot to mention. So for example, what about this ray tracing? What about this one? What is the property? So when you have a ball, you put it on desk and you shine a light on it, the shadow it casts are conic sections. Okay, now if your light source is above the ball, then you get an ellipse, like right there. Okay, if your light source is below the top of the ball, what you get is this one, hyperbola. Okay, now if your light source is right at at the same level as the top of the ball, what you get is parabola. Okay, so fascinating properties of these curves. My favorite, not getting fancy, is anyway, I don't know. I like the conic sections very much. So, for example, conic sections is one of the most ancient curve, since 2,000 or 3,000 years ago, being thoroughly studied. All these properties I mentioned, so far I mentioned these, shadow properties. So basically what this means is that they are a section of a cone, like that, a cone. Same thing, just different perspective when you talk about shadow, because when you have a shadow, it's a projection, So this property, so conic section is the most Asian curve, other than circle. Circle and line is the most Asian, line and circle. Okay, but conic properties, you could say the most interesting Asian curve since 2,000 years ago, studied by Apollo. Okay, or what Apollonius, the Greek mathematician. So Apollonius, okay, 2062 BC to 190 BC, so 2000 years ago. And he studied, this is part of pure mathematics. Why does he study it? Because just pure interest, all these properties, okay? No, there are some applications back then. For example, you want to focus, parabola, you want to focus the sun ray to a point so it can create fire. Or there's a famous Greek story where someone, Greek mathematician, when some other tribe are attacking their city via the sea, they created this mirror so that they focus the sunlight on the sails of the ships, enemy ships. So that's the property of parabola. So, but anyway, Apollonius studied the curve, just for the sake of, many of these properties. What happens if you do this or that? And then after 1500 years later, it becomes applied math. Why? Because of the planets. The path of the Earth, the path of the planet. If you want to go to the moon, first of all, you need to know where it is, and how it moves. That's all conic sections, okay? That's all conic sections. Okay, that's that. Looks like today mostly we're talking about mathematics. So no, I didn't try Microsoft One. I don't know what is Microsoft One. Is that Office, Microsoft Office? No, they named that Office 360, right? Do you reach the bottom with linear keys? I can't break that habit. That's, that depends on what you mean. Like a lot of people talk about hitting bottom, but what does that mean effectively? I guess it just means you hit the key so hard, you shock your fingers. That's what hitting bottoms mean. I guess in that case, I don't hit bottom. Okay, so we talked about a lot of math. Should we still continue to do Emac Lisp? I'm thinking no. What do you guys think? Because if I do a next video, so because I can then name this video mathematics, then those interested in mathematics, they can watch it. Then next video, just Emac Lisp. Then the Emac Lisp gang we'll watch that one. Because many of them, they are not the same group of people. Yeah, okay, so yeah, okay, let's just be that then. Math. Anything else, guys? Anything else? Maybe we shut down. Oh, hotdog. Our gamer Zoomer says I'm incorrect about something. Fucking idiot. So he's saying, maybe I shouldn't talk about this here because we are talking about math. But he's saying this is incorrect. It's called a buffer because it's an ephemeral view into a file and not necessarily representative of a file. It has nothing to do with memory limits. No, fucking idiots. So his question is about, something about somewhere I said about buffer, So hotdog, he doesn't know the history of Emacs. So how do I know? Because I've been looking into history of Emacs, but in particular, we have in our forum a great person, Emily. Okay, Emily. First of all, she's a great person since Saudi Discord began 3 years ago, around year 2020 or so. Okay, so first of all, she doesn't make dramatic shit post. She doesn't do that. Okay, every of her posts is like focused reply on something or something. Okay, first of all, she doesn't talk about politics. Like usually I do. Like sometimes I say Elon Musk something something or the deep state, and everybody else is gonna chime in. Oh, but you are wrong. Elon Musk is actually this or that. Oh, but Bill Gates, but COVID. The drama politics. Most of their information is just incorrect. So, but some people, they never talk about sensitive issues, religion, politics. So in our forum, we also have fight about religion, Christianity. We have Western, Orthodox versus Catholics. But then you have the Jewish religion, of course. Then you have Islamics. Fight, shit post. Let's see who can shit post the most. So Emily, she never. Where is Emily? Emily recently posted a lot interesting stuff, but I got too busy. So let me show you. Emily, there. So Emily, and she has a website. I have a page about her keyboards, her power station, her workstation. For example, here's her keyboards. Very, this is like happy hacking. She likes the key mechanism of happy hacking, which is topper switch. She liked it very much, so she upgraded from happy hacking keyboard to this one. This one is more classic and more keys. So so she doesn't shitpost. She doesn't talk about politics or sensitive or religion stuff. And that's not all. And every time her post is deep nerd dive on keyboards or on programming languages or on history of Emacs. So I first learned about the concept of buffer. I mean, what exactly does it mean when Emacs the first time Emacs used the word buffer? Okay, I learned from her because she actually installed the Teco text editor. That's not even Emacs yet, but the predecessor, the father of Emacs, the predecessor of Emacs. So she actually installed it and learned it and become expert. So she know what's the actual history. Why does Emacs do this or that? May not keep buffer. You have to. Very few people do that. Even I don't do that. But she also dived into different programming languages like Erlang. She's a master of Erlang. Prolog. She's a master of Prolog. Okay, maybe not master, but at least expert. Erlang, Prolog. Okay, and she also, so very interesting thing. She's a network engineer. So she knows about networking stuff a lot. She's an expert in that, professional. So she knows a lot of things, and she shares those information. And also, she's also a expert, one of the top expert and contributor to the Steno. Okay, Steno system using modern computer keyboards. So I have a page. Let me show her page since we are talking about this a lot. So you go to Saudi website, you go to miscellaneous tech. No, you go to fun. Okay, the fun part. Then you go to battle stations there. That's her battle station. Happy Hacking Emily Lisp server. Okay, so this was her battle station about 3 years ago, actually 2019, and she upgraded. So this is 4 years ago. And look at her books: Erlang programming, the Unix, introduction to the Unix system, algorithms in C, compilers, the famous Dragon book, and she's got, her setup, and also then the oscilloscope. She has to measure the electronics. Oscilloscope, okay, and her keyboard and mouse, happy hacking, and she has her own customized, unique, and creative layout. Unlike, she's not the mainstream elite, like Moedo. Moedo, are you here? Listen, okay. Moedo is the mainstream elite, basically meaning you go read hacker news every day. You go read, this elite, Vim, whatever the elite, the Python, the Guido, what they tell you to do. So they are like, among the hackers, they are the elite. So about programming style, about how you should format your code, about what tool you should use, Linux, open source, of course, about, so some people, they follow this elite these so-called thought leaders in Silicon Valley, like the Guido van Rossum, the most low IQ among language creators, Python, Guido van Rossum, and he's not a good person neither, not too good a person, because Guido van Rossum is pushing the social justice warriors stuff. And his language is shit, Python, compared to all the others. Is like below average Python programming language. So anyway, there's this group of people who are like following they are not the mainstream, of course. The mainstream is mostly idiotic, they go to university because their parents told them to, they just program for a job. They have no interest what's Unix philosophy or whatever, Emacs, Vim. They just use VS Code, whatever is easy. They get their job done, they get money, they go home. But then among the program, that's the mainstream, okay? So, but among them, you have like the hackers, who are more into like which one is the Emacs versus Vim. They need to discuss that. Which one, Rust, Rust versus C, Rust versus Golang, which language is the best, and what's the programming practice, the style guide, which, so you have this elite kind of hacker types, or Unix philosophy. They are very glib about Unix philosophy. Small is beautiful, or dry principle. How how you should not repeat this fuck. This the name of my pen. These fucking idiots. Okay, this hacker group. They so they are represented by like Hacker News. Okay, like Paul Graham. Paul Graham is one of the thought leaders. Okay. They tell you what to do. They condition like what everyone is better, the better way. And so they are this type of people. This Emily we are talking about is not that. But her stuff, what she knows, Erlang, Erlang is not like, even among this elite group, it's not mainstream. These elite idiots, they are into Rust every day, Rust, C or C++, and Rust. These idiots. Emily is not like that. She studied Erlang, she studied Prolog. She dive into the Steno, okay? That Steno is, takes a year or two to learn. So and she created her own layout. Well, she was also using Comac. Of course, she also know the existing, what people say, so, but she created her own layout. So very creative, And her hardware, for example, she bought this, which is kind of also happy hacking, kind of, no, she bought this USB to USB converter that allows you to program the USB device. So anyway, I learned many things from her, and one of the things I learned is about Emacs buffer, the history, origin of the word buffer. So this are I need to make fun of this hot dog. Hot dog is in my eyes, he's like common American white gamer. You see them on YouTube all the time. They are glib, like the Linux tech tips. They talk fast and using jargons, using the latest rumor jargons. Fuck. Okay, that's it for today. I think that's it for today. Why we still, in 2024, don't have a voice controlled desktop computer? We do actually. On Microsoft Windows, on Apple, you can do that. It's just that few people actually try to do it. Yeah, so you can actually try. Actually, you can voice control operate your Windows, but I'm not sure to what degree it's very smooth. But I mean, for the basic, you can, and also for on the Mac is better in that way. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Let's see, what were we going to do originally? Wait, not keyboard. Let's go to talk show. So today's talk show, we need to code HTML lines to list. Okay, we need to modify that. Yeah, let's do that another day. Bye guys. Bye guys. Donate to me, okay? Go to PayPal, go to my homepage, just click sali.info, click homepage. You go to all the way to the bottom, you can see my Patreon, you can see my Amazon gift card, send me a gift card, and PayPal me, okay? $100 is nice. If you work for Google, send me a few more. You see, idiotic hot dog. You see, he says the buffer, it has nothing to do with memory limits. No. The origin of the idea of buffer in Emacs is precisely because it is memory limits. It cannot fit a file, even a small file back 30 years ago, into memory. Because back then the memory is what? 100 bytes. Wait, back then, 1970s, 1976, 1978, what's the memory? Is it 1 kilobyte? No, not even. Well, maybe. You have to look up. So they don't have, so that's why even a small file cannot fit in the memory. That's why. Buffer. That's why the buffer became the thing in Emacs. Everything is buffer. Bye, guys.